Hello. I'm Dr. Judy, also known as the Plant-Based MD, and I help professional women lose weight for good, eat a healthy plant-forward diet, and take less medications through my P3 program and my P3 challenge, which is a prayer and fasting challenge. In this video, I am going to be sharing with you a longevity tool, anti-aging tool that has significantly leveled up my health, and I wanted to share it with you. You may be plant-based already, or maybe you're not plant-based, but did you know that fasting has many benefits? Oh my goodness. So last year, I started doing intermittent fasting. Now, I had gained some weight during the pandemic, pandemic weight, as they call it, right around the belly area. You know how it is, your early 40s. And I was like, how am I going to get rid of this? Okay, because I don't want to be in the gym every day, all day. Okay, ain't got time for that. And so I went online and I knew about intermittent fasting, but I hadn't really had a motivation to do it. I started doing the 16-8 method of intermittent fasting, and no lie, that belly fat disappeared and melted away without me having to be in the gym every day, because I don't even go to the gym, to be honest. I didn't have to do any sit-ups. I do my regular exercise. I walk and I run outside. I like to be outside. I don't really like gyms. They're kind of stuffy. I like to be outside. And I lost that belly fat with intermittent fasting. So now it's a lifestyle for me. So this is what I do. And I've done the research on it. You can look it up for yourself. There's lots of data on intermittent fasting, although it is relatively new. So there does need to be more data. I would say that. But so far, what I've read does show benefit and is promising. And I have several clients and people that I know that do it and have noticed improvements in their weight, their glucose levels, their insulin resistance improved, their blood pressure got better, and then also their food cravings went away. And I used to have food cravings in the early part of the pandemic when I was really stressed. I was craving junk food late at night and snacking a lot. But intermittent fasting, I find, really helps me to exercise discipline and temperance with regards to eating. I don't have food cravings anymore. And I follow the intermittent fasting 16-8 method. And basically that's 16 hours fasting and 8-hour eating window. I've actually been going longer than that lately. So some days it's like a 20-hour fasting window. But basically I eat my first meal of the day between 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. and I eat my second meal 5 hours later. So between 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. I only eat 2 meals a day. I don't eat any snacks. And if I am hungry, I listen to my body and I will eat a healthy snack such as some fresh fruits or some nuts. And I've been doing that for at least 7-8 months now. And I can't imagine eating 3 meals a day anymore. I get up in the morning, I have worship and prayer and quiet time with God for about 30 minutes. And then I do some work on my computer. And then I do that for like a few hours, make some calls, have some meetings. And then I go to my kitchen, which is downstairs, and I have my first meal of the day. Usually it's not before 12 p.m. And I don't even feel hungry in the morning. I used to feel hungry as soon as I got up, like, oh my goodness, I have to eat breakfast now. But I don't feel hungry anymore first thing in the morning. And so I also feel like I have more energy. I feel like I'm younger, more energetic since doing it. So I love intermittent fasting. If you're someone that's been trying to lose weight and you're stuck and trying to lose that last 10 pounds, or you haven't been able to keep it off, intermittent fasting is something to consider and to look into. And also there are different types of fast too. There is also water fasting, which I also do and love. Water fasting basically is just not eating any food at all and just drinking water. Typically for a period of 24 hours or 48 hours, it really helps to kind of reset the body, I find. And they're actually doing this at some residential treatment centers in the US. They're doing prolonged supervised fast for 7+ days. It's really, really fascinating. So our body actually can go without food longer than people think. People often worry that they're going to pass out or have some unfortunate consequence by missing a meal or missing a day of meals. You're really not. We actually are overnourished in this country. We eat too much. We have too much food. The portions are too large. So most people really could benefit actually from fasting, either intermittent fasting or doing periodic water fasting. Now, I wanted to also tell you about the other types of fasting. So there is another method of fasting called dry fasting, and that is abstaining from both food and water for a short period, typically lasting 24 hours. There's also religious or spiritual fasting, such as during Ramadan or Lent or other observances, and that is for spiritual purposes. In the biblical sense, with regards to fasting, it's referring to abstaining from all food. And I know sometimes people will say they're fasting from social media or they're doing a Daniel fast. In the biblical sense, that is not a fast. A fast is not eating any food at all. The other types of fast that you can do is the 5-2 diet, which is 5 days of normal eating and 2 days of calorie restriction. And there's also alternate day fasting, which is alternating between fasting days and eating days. And there are some other types of fasting, but that's the main ones. Intermittent fasting, water fasting is the ones that I do, as well as spiritual fasting. And I have a 3-day P3 challenge, which is a plant-powered prayer and fasting challenge. It is amazing. It's life-changing. And the purpose of it is to introduce people to the power of spiritual fasting and water fasting, because it has tremendous benefits spiritually. When you fast for spiritual reasons, it draws you closer to God. It opens up your spirit and your mind to hear from God. And I like to think of it as starving your flesh to feed your spirit. It's a beautiful experience, and it's something that God actually expects us to do regularly. It's something that's a part of the life of a dedicated believer. So that's something to consider. And then also my mom, who you see in a lot of my videos, she also does intermittent fasting. And so if you are curious and want to learn more about fasting, I am going to be doing a masterclass this month. Now I'm taking votes for the best top rated topic. There's 3 topics to pick from. One is on stress reduction strategies. The second one is on the power of fasting. And the third one is on emotional eating. So far, most people have voted for fasting. So if you're watching this video, comment below and let me know what topic you would like me to do the masterclass on. If you've been to any of my events, they're always epic, filled with information, insights, mindset shifts. You don't want to miss it. It's only going to be $47 to attend. Go to my website, drop your name, and subscribe to my email list, so that way when we open up registration for the masterclass, you will be the first to know about it. And I can't wait to see you there. I also can't wait to see you in the next video. Hopefully this was helpful and gave you another option for something that you can do to optimize your health. If you're someone who's into anti-aging, longevity, fasting, intermittent fasting, water fasting is a lovely tool that has so many health benefits, from weight loss to improved insulin sensitivity, reduced inflammation, and potentially anti-aging effects. So, and there's also a cellular process called autophagy, which is a cellular process in which damaged or unnecessary components are broken down and recycled. Fasting has been shown to promote autophagy, which has been linked to various health benefits. And lastly, fasting is also beneficial for gut health as well. So fasting has so many benefits, spiritually, physically, gut health, anti-aging. It's just amazing. I hope this video was valuable to you and opened your mind to a new modality that you may not have considered. I know people often think that breakfast is the most important meal of the day, but it is not. As I mentioned, intermittent fasting basically is missing breakfast. You typically aren't eating breakfast. So look into fasting. I'll see you in the next video. Like and subscribe and share this video with someone who you know could use this information. All right, in good health, and I'll see you next time.